All right, part two. So that was kind of the part if you are not in playoff contention, you can watch that, and that's kind of like a league pertinent issue. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna talk about favorite time of the year, baby, playoffs, fantasy playoffs. Big Bank is really I'm having like one of the best years of my life actually in all three leagues. One league I locked a bye. Second league I have a really good chance. I'm in third, and then this league I have a chance to the bye. So Big Bank is just, I mean, we are just bang bang right now in this bitch. We are just going to work. All right. So essentially, this comes down to I'm gonna take the bad teams out, talk about who's in playoff contention, see what we're gonna do. So essentially, I'm a little disappointed about the overall competition. There are three teams kind of fighting for two spots, which I think it'd be cooler if there's like four teams fighting for two spots or something. If we had a couple other teams, so right now there are only three teams: Sacagawea, Rated R, and Lake Mandik, who are potentially a playoff team. So interestingly enough, Sacagawea and Rated R play each other. So if Rated R wins, he is in. If Sacagawea loses and Madik wins, then Sacagawea is in. Or no, Madik is in. So Sacagawea, you've got to win, which Bobby, I think you've done actually a good job. You started off 0-2, and you had a good run. So I think you've been a little decimated by injuries. I think your team just kind of regressed. I think you were relying a little bit too much on people like Donald Brown and kind of like players who can get you by from week to week, but they don't really pack the punch that you need to really make noise. Um, so that's Sacagawea and Rated R. Rated R, your team is not bad. I mean, I'm actually pulling it up as we speak. Sorry, I should be prepared. Um, give it a second. Give it a second. All right, here we go. This will be a good match, actually. We'll see. We'll see who will win. I like Rated R's chances actually. I think Jarvis has been doing well. Marshall, Wallace, Brady. Wallace should have a better game than last game. He didn't do anything. I think Rated R, you have a good team. I mean, you're a playoff team. I think I said that at the beginning. Sacagawea, I'm sorry, but come back next year. You did much better than West. I'll give you that. The other big game we got Madik and Cooley, so this is important because Madik you have a chance. Um, I actually am upset at you. I think you know why. I think I'm giving you the opportunity to get into the playoffs. Bryce Brown will do that for you, so we can mutually help each other, and you're refusing to do that. Which, by the way, so there's been a trend. There've been in year two, there are four teams that have not made the playoffs, and Vic City, uh, Lawal, Cordonal, and Lake Madik. And then one member was actually gone west. So Madik, I mean, you come into the first draft, right? First of all, you set your name as something you don't know anyone in the league. You're really gonna ask us to Suk Madik. Like why? Second, right? You walk in with like a just straight up authentic AP jersey. Like what up? This is me, Big Dick swinging. Come on, do something, Doug. So yeah, get in the playoffs. Cooley, Cooley. So I think you have. I mean, again, I think you have like a solid team. I think last week with me and Schechter really showed the unpredictability in like a one game situation. I mean, anything can happen, but I think if you do not get a bye, I think it's gonna be tough for your team to win 3 games in a row to win the championship. I think you just have you got screwed with LaShawn. That's unfortunate. We don't know when he'll come back. And Felix Jones will take a step back with Murray coming back. But Moreno is a good pickup. I mean, Broyles, I shouldn't have dropped him right before he got the starting job. But your team, I think, is good. I would not want to play your team. But at the same time, if I was in the second round of the playoffs and the championship is at stake, you're gonna play a good team no matter what. I'd prefer your team playing your team to like playing Schechter's team or Farid's team. Like they got heavy hitters. But overall, I think you've done a good job. So that's going down. So I think I'm gonna take Rated R and I'm gonna take it's tough actually. I don't know if it'll be. I think Rated R will get in. I think it'll be Sacagawea or Madik. And actually, is Cooley on the edge? No, Cooley are in. So yeah. So second round we'll have like a. I mean, the other interesting thing is actually that I have a chance. Four teams are on 8-4, which is interesting because the bye is really huge. the bye, I mean, you don't have to play 1 week, and that's a nice vacation. So we're really let's look at what we got there. Uh we got Farida then. Farida then. I think I've spoken to you about your team. I think you've done. I feel like if I owned your team would be much better right now. I think you should have sold on a lot of these guys. Like a lot of these guys, I've told you personally, is like they have RG3 unbelievable. Oh, another award that I meant to do is free agent pickup of the year, and I almost don't even count it as a free agent pickup because you did it so early. It was like a 16th round pick, but Alfred Morris, good job. I doubted that as well, but I mean Julio, can't talk shit about Julio, but Julio, looking at his game log, has also had one, two, only three. He's had 3 games less than 3 points. So I mean, there's some inconsistency there. Percy, I mean, Percy, like my thing with him is why I've never drafted him is because I just don't like the migraine issue. He's got to be a little bit of a bitch. He can't play through migraines, right? So I don't know. I mean, Percy you should have also sold, and then your running back core, which I actually think you want Bush to be the starter. I think I told you because he gets the goal line carry. So let's say Bush, Matthews, and Morris. They're all really solid. The thing about your team, which is really strong, is between RG3 and your receivers. And if Vernon Davis has a good day, I mean, you can already drop 80, and then like your running backs are good enough to get like 10 each. So that'll get you there in most weeks. So I think that'll. I don't really want to play your team the first week, but you have a somewhat tough matchup this week. OG, if you're still watching, I mean, same strategy didn't really work. Cam wasn't Superman this year. Reggie Bush, I mean, you're a little reliant on going through the lightning does not strike twice, so sorry about that. Um, talking about the other teams, Julius, you'll win. You'll get a bye against Vic City. Um, I have a match. I actually have maybe a possibility. Or so right now I'm in the 4th spot. If I win and I get something, ideally you want to be in the 2, 3, or 6. 2 obviously because of the bye, but the 3 or 6 because then you avoid the 1 in the second round, which I think Schechter is clearing away the best team, I would say. But as last week showed, I think your team can, at this point in the year, like if you're ever gonna score under like 110, like there is some doubt that the other team could strike something up and win. So to be to feel very comfortable, like you have to have a team that's like dropping 115, 120 every game. Even then, something can happen. So there's just a huge unpredictability. But I do like your team because right now, I mean, you're gonna get a bye, and then you'll play the 4-5, which will be probably like a Cooley slash rated R, something like that. You'll take that. So I mean, you're in the ship. Same thing with the 2-3. If I can get sneak into the 2, I think I was talking about my team. My team, I don't know. I mean, it's getting healthy at the right time. I really thought that these guys died, like Murray, Hernandez, McFadden. McFadden, that is completely my fault. I make fun of people who draft him and then I traded for him. And Murray too. I will make sure I don't do that with injured players next year. So I think my team can cause some damage. I think we can do work on any given week. I think if I don't get a bye, I mean I have a puncher's chance, but winning 3 times in a row is tough. But if I have a bye and I mean the matchups work out, I have a lot of depth now because like people are coming back. So I mean I can put Beanie in a good matchup. Hopefully this Bryce Brown thing will continue. Denario Alexander's been really good, and if anyone is on the edge of the playoffs, I'm really looking to use my depth and help you out and try to get like a receiver back. So holler at your boy. Um, Other than that, I think it's been a good year. I think the people, like I said, I think Schechter, you've done overall a really good job. Good job. You've advanced very far in the past 2 years. I think you definitely do deserve to win. We'll see what happens. Fareed, I think you probably have, if I was to rank the teams left, I think you are the second most likely team to probably win because of the firepower that you have and the fact that you can just drop a huge number. Um, then I'd probably put myself plus who's next? Probably maybe like a rated R. I like rated R's team actually. He has a solid team. And Cooley, I mean I like your team, but 3 wins in a row is tough unless you have firepower. I think you're slightly. I don't see you dropping 123 weeks in a row. But overall, everyone has been a good year. Holler at me about the rule changes. I'll post a thing. Uh, OG mail the thing to whoever wins. I will. I might do like an end of the thing, but yeah. Oh, Schecter, I I wanted to, what was I talking to you? Oh, so two things. One, I should have texted you about both of these things, but I wrote them down. So one, when I was planning to do this a while ago, download that Kendrick Lamar CD, man. That shit is fire. That shit's if you haven't already, like straight up now, still Illmatic. And number two, I gotta get a haircut tomorrow, right? So you got me hooked to that place by our apartments, and I'm like, where to go in the Oakland County area? So holler at me, 'cause I know you have a good taste in these things. All right, um, I'm out. Good luck to everyone.